want, and Renekton is going to fit the bill. I think this is a really strong pick into the Gragas, and I was mentioning it not jokingly, but actually in full seriousness, because this is Rascal leaning into the solo kill machine, the strong side top lane that we've known and loved him for across his career on multiple teams. You have the Trundle here, so you have hard engaged top side there. Bottom side, you can just sit down and weak side it. You got Aphelios, Tahm Kench, and you have the Ahri again to kind of keep it all together here. If KT get a nice lead in the early mid,
all right, very loud are the KT fans. I think they might be agreeing with you there, Wolf. As Deft is going for a bit of a cheater recall here. Beryl standing on a ward. This is absolutely not what you want to do, as he's going to have to try and grand exit his way out. Does do so, but they get the flash out of the Rakan. Really nice work there from KT, setting the trap.
Yeah, really well played. Having that extra ward vision is so valuable. Beryl in a bit of trouble here if he wants to try to pick up the experience in this wave.
Yeah, they actually want to try and kill him. All right, there's the dive forward from Life, and they will just pick up first blood onto Beryl by himself.
Extremely greedy there. Gravitum is still up. You're going to get hit by the dive. Now Deft is like, well, I don't have a support.
Yeah, well, he does at least have flash available. So he's able to walk his way out. Doesn't need to use it just yet, but look at this. Zoning him away from all of this farm. As now Chains are going to connect onto Vikla. Charm was there as well, so that stopped a lot of that follow-up as Cuz is just being so frustrating.
He could follow flash, and he should get out no matter what. And so doesn't lose, it actually forces the Gragas to lose minions, as this is just another Gravitum follow-up.
It's just very strange that Beryl would
stay
allow
there.
that.
Yeah. He didn't have flash, of course, because he expended it in the previous exchange. And that's Life picking up a kill here. Does take it to make sure they secure it, but it zoned Deft for a moment in time there of experience. Let me know.
Yeah, Cuz going to move on over. I'm not entirely sure whether they're going to go for this one, as the cask is going to be used. No flash available. He's going to come out now as Piochik gets himself towards the back line. He managed to get level 6 by waiting in the brush and allowing those minions to die, so he's going to be able to use it defensively to keep everyone alive.
And Kingen does survive here. It's a nice Cyclone coming through, and I think it was the right call to stick for 6 to actually protect Kingen there, even though the gank idea. And it looks like he's looking for first turret blood, and there's no one stopping him, not anybody. And look, he's got Life and Cause bodyguarding for him. There's no potential angle here. Is Kingen?
Oh, no.
No!
Missile dive comes through yet again as Cuz, yep, he's just going to be aided by the Devour. Devour and Chomp. As, yep, that's a very dead Gragas. And
this is incredible.
Yeah, no, it's really well played. The early game here for KT.
Take a look, because I want to actually kill minions, and I want to keep my life. As Kingen just sticks around here clearing this ward for so long. Because he dies here, because he spent so much time, he's finding himself not only massively behind in terms of gold, but experience as well.
Yeah, no, it's a real disaster, and if this snowball continues to roll, then KT are just going to take it to the bank. They've got Cuz here as well. They're going to employ a troll to help lock down the Gragas, and Kingen is just a sit and duck. Aiming is landing every skill shot that he wants, and they're just setting this up. They allow him to take the time, and where's the response? There isn't one. There is no answer. Kingen was just dead, and he was dead 20 seconds ago with no option whatsoever.
He picked up so many plates worth of gold this game. It is absolutely hard to believe. It's hard to fathom or calculate.
Well, there's another Abyssal Dive as Zeka spins around a heck of a lot. He's lit on fire, and that is the Spirit Rush to lock down the kill. They'll take a Cloud Drake as well, as KT are just trading up all over the map right now, not having that mid-game turnaround that we can sometimes find, as Beryl is going to look for a bit of a knock-up onto Life. The rest of KT able to move on over. Cyclone hits onto 2 as Deft still looking to get in here, aiming Gale Forces to get himself out of the way. He is so huge, but he gets devoured. The Monkey's going to fall down. Beryl's going to be taken out as well. Zeka is trying to be huge in this fight as Deft is fighting it out. Aiming eventually gets taken as Life is dashing back in. This guy is a madman. Kingen eventually takes him down, but Vikla and Cuz should be able to get the work done. And guess what? Rascal's in the bottom lane. He wasn't even here.
That wasn't even here. He's just got his unleashed teleport. He's like, can you guys hold that fight till 14? Can you hold that to 14 real quick and drop a ward? I'll be there. I'm about to be unleashed. Oh, wait, you guys won the fight. Guess I'll just keep pushing this turret. Takes out the whole damn thing. 600 extra gold in this guy's pocket. He was already up 1,600 on the Gragas. That's another turret mid. Look at the build from Rascal, by the way.
Yeah, he's got a chem tank. Yeah. Why not? As Beryl is going to get taken out here. The pillar is just too good. There from Cuz. Flame Chompers do absolutely nothing. This inner turret's going to be taken down. They may just break open the base here sub 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they want to get an inhibitor this early. We'll have to call Freak and ask on that one, but I mean, grabbing an inhibitor turret and all that extra money, you definitely want that. And
yeah, and also not picking the Jinx with a Tahm Kench when they had the opportunity to. As Moonlight Vigil comes down, just explodes more than half of the health bars of all of DRX. And Aiming just by himself has managed to claim this inner turret. Zap is going to fly over, does find Aiming there for the moment, but he's dashing forward. Deft just looks so meek on this Jinx that just doesn't have the items to stand up to Aiming.
Not going to do anything. Look at the trap!
Oh no, Pyoshik's just dead. KT had not invested all of their resources as Beryl's going to grand entrance over. Battle Dance is going to come through as well. Does have a couple of those as Zeka is going to steal away the ultimate. This kind of looks all right, but the wallets are extraordinarily large, and Cuz and Aiming are still just doing the Baron. Great charm is going to connect there as Zeka does manage to go golden. Deft at full health, but there's a Devour. No one's anywhere near death right now. And KT, they're taking Baron on one side and then also managing to win team fights on the other. Kingen is now lurking over here, but there is absolutely nothing he can do. It's the same as how this has been the entire game long. And yeah, Zeka's just going for a bit of an alcove game. And remember, this is also KT on the red side. That's probably enough for KT fans to not be too worried about the state of this game. We're trading some dominance. Here is Zeka, flashes out of the way of Rascal. Rascal wants nothing to do with it. That's another phenomenal charm. After an absolutely gorgeous Abyssal Dive, Life is going to spit out the Gragas once again. He might be getting bored of that flavor, to be perfectly honest, as Vikla is going to dive forward. They are going to break open the bottom side, and KT, it's about just destroying the Nexus turrets, to be perfectly honest. I don't think DRX are going to be able to stand too much of a chance here. They even get the teleport through from Rascal to make sure that none of the minions are going to go down. Cyclone for a last-ditch effort, but Pyoshik is going to be absolutely obliterated, Aiming with a huge Moonlight Vigil as well as Deft trying to do damage, but it's just not going to work. Another charm comes in. KT just destroy DRX in game one. 24 minutes. Not close at all. I think it probably was. I don't think that there's been anything that's been this one-sided, and as you can see, very linear as well. DRX put up absolutely no fight in this series whatsoever. I think that they're pretty happy with the Live Sandbox matchup, I guess, because I don't think that there's any possibility that they win game two.
I still think DRX have a very strong draft here, and it's very similar to KT's from game one. However, it will have to be executed very well. Yeah. And if there's enough setup for the Jinx to get resets with this extremely pick-based composition that DRX have put together, it can be very successful.
All right, here we are onto the Rift for the second game of this series. DRX did not last very long in game one on this champion, only having a couple of losses. Nice little stun there from Pyoshik, but not going to be able to find any kills.
The eye test kind of is why you have that suspicion. You're like, well, they look that good. And usually those wins were, he was playing a little bit of weak side, and he was carried by Aiming.
That might have been one of the Aiming POGs, perhaps.
Yeah. I think he's been fine on the Sage 1. He has a nice lead here in the early levels versus Aatrox, and Cuz is coming up here for a very early setup dive.
Yeah, Rascal does have Ignite. As Winter's Wrath is going to miss. Cuz just wastes no time. He's already in here. Flash does come out. There's the stun as Cuz wants to come back. Tries to get one Q. That's all he needs. Kingen knows that he's dead, and Cuz is going to be able to get the flash out. Successful first blood.
Very close to going badly, though. Cuz almost eating that extra turret shot. The flash was good. Rascal survives with a tiny amount of health and is able to survive there. Perfectly juggled aggro. As we're going to watch this dive one more time. This is from Cuz's perspective.
Yeah.
Rascal tanks the extra shots here. And he's like, back out, give me the turret aggro. Flashes it here.
And Kingen sort of accepting that...
And Rift Herald number 2, spawning up here in 15 seconds. KT have 100% objective take rate so far. And we'll see if that continues here because they have the faster group up. Aiming said, oh, okay, I don't have a turret.
Well, there's another Vision of Empire to come down. Demonic Ascension through once more for Vikla, who explodes. Zeka has to flash. Yeah, no Demonic Ascension, but there's also nothing here for Zeka either as he's rotating up. Will have his ult by the time he gets here. And KT are going to back away. DRX not interested, as I say that. Kyoshik is going to start her up one more time.
Very tanky, of course. It takes a long time to take this one down, so it just forces a longer, extended fight. Red-white guns here for aiming. This is exactly the fight they would like to take.
Sometimes you flash, guys.
Yeah.
That's sometimes what happens. Knock up there, comes on through as World Ender. Going to be used by King, and that hostile takeover was just amazing as Cuz locks down the kill onto the Aatrox. Vision of Empire to slow down a few of the members of DRX. Charm goes wide, but now Pyoshik is caught off to the side. Not entirely sure what the angle was there, but it was not the one he was looking for, as Vikla is now just feasting on DRX members. Double flashes for DRX to try and get over here. Rascal moves on in. He's huge as far as that front line is concerned, and Vikla walking in on this flank. Will Shirley be able to find something, as KT, they don't really care about that. They get a stopwatch out of Zeka, as now the hostile takeover flies forward. Oh my god, the Cyclone value, the demonic ascension. KT just tear apart DRX. And I don't know what KT had for breakfast this morning, Wolf, but it was way better than whatever DRX had.
I mean, KT's draft works so well when it can just, you know, basically they took a rolling pin to DRX and flattened them out. They have so many circles of AoE here. Cyclone value, wombo combo here with life tossing in.
For KT. And
Yeah,
you know that they
Bumbo.
had that Renata pick prepared. We're going to hear this one from Vikla's perspective. Look at this. It is just the most perfect Swain angle.
Yeah, and because of his pull off those players, the Cyclone got more value. You know, like he set up the Cyclone and the Renata ult, and the whole comp works together after they initially on the top start of the fight.
Wants to beef up that number, you know?
Yeah, look at how ahead he is in items here this game too. Like he has a Frozen Heart and a Negatron close. He's like, yeah, I think I kill him.
Yeah, as, okay, Demonic Ascension comes through once again here for Vikla. Oh my god, the electric hands are doing so much work. Another hostile takeover comes in. Beryl gets a nice double knock-up, but I mean, what's it for? What's he able to set up for? He's trying to lick Cuz a little, and Cuz is going to say, well, thank you for the money. And now Rascal's going to go for it. Here's the solo kill, ladies and gentlemen. Foxfire comes on in, the Ignite is ticking, and there's the Arctic Assault.
These teams do not look like they are both going to playoffs. These two teams do not look like they are in the same tier.
Actually has a better win record in round 2 than T1.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. And if KT had beaten Leaf Sandbox on that last series, won this one and win their last one, they might actually be taking that third place spot as well. They did lose to Sandbox, so that's not their reality. But man, with the performances we're seeing from KT and Sandbox here tonight, the top 4 of our playoffs just look so inviting, exciting. Looks like some upset potential there.
No. You almost said the word. I think you slurred it a little bit.
Yeah,
however, yeah. I just needed to make sure that we confirmed that that is not an E word. We did not say it.
Yeah, I said it was very sprightly.
Yes. It's been very nice. As this is also pretty nice. As Rascal gets to chase down Zeka forever. Ari's a pretty mobile champion, by the way, but apparently not.
If you
like the last one looked extremely close.
Yeah, and if you actually put black lines across the 9-7, if someone's tuning in and they haven't been watching the season for a while, you wouldn't believe these teams are the same score line.
Yeah, you'd be like, is this 2018 KT VODs?
Yeah.
Deft is on the other side, guys.
Yeah, Scorer is playing in the semifinals as a coach.
Yeah.
Look, Rascal down here is just continuing to push this wave in. They have the inhibitor down. KT are just sieging up. It's all over but the Cryon here, really.
It absolutely is. There might be some of that as well, as we're looking to siege down this inhibitor turret. Aiming untouched now as Vikla just diving forward. The World Ender just feels like it's got the wrong name. I think that should be the name of the Demon Flare, as Vikla is just walking past the Aatrox, and he's way more demonic, way more scary, as KT will just ace DRX effortlessly.
It's a good time to be a KT fan. It really is. It's the Kang team, the strong team that the fans are putting on the signs is really just coming true here in the final stages of this tournament. 16-0, another nearly 10,000 gold lead. Actually just 10,000 here at the end for KT. Dominant victory, clean 2-0, nothing to see here.
Actually.
Yeah. Business as usual, 2-0, nothing to see here, etc., etc. I think the comp of DRX, I really liked it until we went Aatrox, you know, and Viego there at the end. I think that gave KT's comp in low range so much power and so much ability to set up those wombo combos we saw there on the mid lane.
And King.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jisun for the POG interview translation. This time,
joined by Life Vikla from KT Roaster. This was a match between two playoff teams, you know. You guys are very close in terms of the match score. Now you guys are one match win away from DRX. How was this series? This game was so clean, even cleaner than I expected, so I'm so happy. Yeah, I mean, it was way better than we expected too. There were not many matches where we actually got a clean win, so this time around I can say it was so clean, which makes me feel really glad. And today you guys are playing against a team that you guys can potentially play against one more time in the playoffs round 1, which means approaching this game strategically is really hard. So what was the goal for the series? Well, despite the fact that we are going to have a rematch in the playoffs, you know, we might be, you know, I think what really matters more is about having more confidence after showing a great performance. Life, how do you feel about your first POG of the split? While I was playing this split, I kind of figured and realized it's really hard to get a POG as a support. But this time around, my teammates did a fantastic job, especially Vikla. So, like, just watching them getting POG always makes me so proud. But today, you are the one getting that POG with the Tom Kent performance. So, was that because DRX picked Jinx? Were you initially thinking of playing Renata, or did you just stick to the Tom Kent plan? Both Renata and Tom Kent was on my mind, but I had more confidence on Tom Kent, and just Tom Kent looked even better. And today, your Tom Kent was devouring so many kills. You ended up getting 4 kills in the end, and we were able to get a listen into the player comms. And usually, when a support gets a kill, they go like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, it's my bad." But this time around, you were like, "My kill, my kill." Why was that? Because, you know, I did my best in order to pay off all the gold I got with the kill. And that's my motto for my gameplay. And I want to get 1,000 kills in the LCK, you know. But I didn't intentionally steal away the kills, just to let you guys know. And out of 10 players that played on that Rift, you were actually on the 5th place in terms of the damage number. I mean, our laning phase went great, you know, and I got early kills, so I kind of told my teammates that I can carry this game, for real. I was doing a great job, but no one actually like react to that, you know, no one was like yelling out my name. But still, I love you guys. Vikla, how was Life's performance after getting so many kills in that game? I mean, he didn't mean to, so I understand him. I have another question this time around about the new patch. So we saw a severe nerf on the Enchanter support pick. So how does this impact the game right now? It's really different from the previous one, but I don't think this is a really bad nerf. I think they're pretty much the same, even after this current patch. So it doesn't really affect the support champion pool? Yeah, no, not really. It should be the same. Now, moving on to game 2, after seeing that Ahri hover, we were able to see a very early lock-in of Swain. Was that your initial plan, you know, playing Swain into Ahri? I was pretty sure that's gonna be a B1 Ahri, so we prepared Swain as a counter. What makes him so strong against Ahri? He cannot really win the lane against Ahri, but when it comes to skirmishes and team fights, he's way better and stronger. And game number 2, the kill score was 16-0. Were you expecting this much of a stomp? Not really destructive, but I was really happy with the outcome. I can see that all of the KT players are super happy and satisfied with the result. But Life, your next opponent is Gen G. Tell me about your mindset. It's gonna be the last one of the split, and Ruler has been playing really well these days, you know. So, Ruler, I'm gonna kill you. Wash your neck.
그러면 혹시 승리 공약 같은 거 없을까요?
Any pledge for that series, maybe?
그거는 나중에 가서
Well,
알겠습니다.
I don't want to get ahead of myself too early.
들어볼게요.
What about Uvikla?
정말 잘하시는 분인데
I mean, their mid laner is so strong, but I will do my best to pair up with him on the mid lane.
저는 딱히 없으면
Not any special pledge or words before the match.
두분 오늘 승리 다시 한번
And once again, congratulations on the win. And this will be the end of the interview from Vikla Live from KT Roaster. Now back to the carpet space. Thank you.